So in that also the start would happen like, can you hear me? No one tells anything first. Can you see me? Of course, others won't turn on their cameras, but at least I will turn on, but no one will say that they are able to see also. Then what happens? Can you see my screen? So no one is responding, and I want to explain the same concept. And I ask her 4 or 5 questions. I will just ask one question, no one responds. So I will just say, yeah, I understand you are already understanding. So I already assume that it is done, and I will just start. Prudence means if it is a future income, you don't recognize. If it's a past future loss, don't recognize. Hope everyone understood, and thank you. That I would have done.
But there is a problem in that concept.
Yes,
if you are holding gold bonds are going to give you returns in the next 5 years. But still it's your amount, right? It is locked in.
Yeah, I understand your point. So the example I gave is future uncertainty. If government of India is confirming that I will give you 10% or 5% return, that you will recognize. Yes?
But you didn't mention that.
Uncertain, I told you.
It is not uncertain. It is certain thing.
I said if it is uncertain, don't recognize. In your case, you said certain. Yeah. Thank you. If you have any questions after the class, I will call you to my office where we can spend a lot of time. So this is what happening in this online education. And in the year 2018, I quit my corporate job.
Harish, where is your office? Can I come there and what time can I meet you?
Sure. What's your name?
Shweta.
Yeah. Yes, Shweta. My office is in SR Nagar, and I can give you my visiting card once the meeting is over, and you can come on any weekday. Hope that it is. Thank you very much. In the year 2018, I quit my corporate job to become a. Can you show that? Sensei. A teacher. Thank you. To become a teacher of accounting. I spent 6 months to 1 year to study the concept completely. After 1 year, what happened? I came to know that to become a teacher, you just not require only teaching skills. You also need public speaking and communication skills, which I was a big zero at that time. Then what I should do? I need to go and practice. I spent another 1.5 years to practice the public speaking and communication skills. Then I spoke to an institute in Nalagunta, where they will give me an opportunity to become a teacher. I was gearing up a lot to become that. And at the same time, someone ate a bat in the Wuhan city of China. So, and you know what happened after that? So the world stopped for a few months or even a year, and then the institutions were closed, and I was to sit in my home for another 6 months. Then they said you can only teach online. And you already know my performance in online. So it's not with me. Like do you know the percentage of completion of a course in online?
3%.
Yes. According to ResearchGate, the successful completion of an online course is 3 to 6%. So it's so complicated. Taking an online course requires more from the student than the teacher. So that is the problem. So that's why I said I will take an online class, but I gave up. Then again I started and I gave up, and I gave up 3 times. Now I will not take an online class unless it is an emergency. There is a flood and tomorrow is the exam. Then I will take. Even flood is not an emergency. Tomorrow is the exam is the emergency. Then only I am going to take. So is online education that bad, or you should not do? Do you think that is there something like this? Sir, what's your name? Yeah.
My name is Ranjan.
Ranjan. So do you think online education is not required at all, in your opinion?
I think it's a good concept, but the problem lies with the attention span.
Yeah, great. So I agree with Mr. Ranjan. So online education also have their benefits which are not there in the physical education. Something like flexibility. You can attend the class from anywhere you want. You can be on vacation I forgot your name, sir. Irfan, right? Yeah. So if you want to put any points which are relevant to the conversation, I would be happy to hear from you.
No, he's having some disagreement on online education. So
Yeah, please. What's your name, sir?
My name is Mani.
Oh yes, Mani. Tell me. What's your
Now, I was wondering, you said you're zero initially. So, do you really feel that you're becoming hero now?
With the help of my mentor, DTM Manideep, I want to become a hero in future. Yeah, hope it helps.
Not really.
Not really. It's fine. So we'll take it up. Thank you. So there are many benefits of online education, something like flexibility. You can take a class from anywhere you want. You can be in vacation and take the class. And second is accessibility. For people who are working, who don't have time, or someone who is a disabled person who cannot travel daily, for them it is very good. And also the third one is online education is cost effective. You don't need to shift to the location where the institute is there. And because of the less overheads associated with the online education, the costs also will be less. The only thing missing here is face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback. I majorly feel is the immediate feedback. If I am teaching to some group, till the time I see that it is understood in their face, I will not stop. So I can feel that it is understood by them, or else I will just take a break and I will ask it out. This is completely missing in the online. To make this online education successful, the students what they have to do is, one, they need to treat this also as a classroom education. You cannot listen to a class whenever you want. Like your school has a time, 9 to 6. Likewise in your home you should put some standard time, that is the time you are going to sit. And don't read on a bed. For that also you should have your study table. You behave as if your faculty is sitting in front of you, then how are you going to respond to your faculty?
Harish, don't you think you're putting all the onus on students, whereas for online education to actually be beneficial, the onus should really be on teachers. So I think you're putting everything on students. I don't think that's fair.
Yes, I agree. The issue here is, the teacher is also taking his effort to give it back to the student. Just that if I see the student face, as I said, at least if the student is able to turn on his camera, I will take the responsibility. Now he turned on, I don't know he is sleeping or he is playing. I know people who put a headset, playing cricket and then listening to the class. So that is where the responsibility comes. When the student is okay to communicate what is the situation, then the teacher has the option to help you. Otherwise it is very tough. So online education, if you are able to follow these three things, like fix a place in your home, fix a time for you, and try to be as punctual and as try to be as punctual and as responsible as you are in front of a faculty. Then only you will be able to succeed with this online education. What is that? Because I could not see the grade. Yeah. So that is what I want to explain everyone. So if someone is still planning to go for an online class, make sure that you complete it, and don't just start and become one more percentage minus in that 3 to 6. So that it is, because at least I am happy that 3% people are successful because of online education. So this is what I wanted to update you all. Thank you very much.